Good day. Today we will be looking at November 2021, Paper 1, Question 8. This is a finance question, and it's very important in a finance question to make sure that you read the questions properly and understand what they are asking of you and what they are giving you especially. Okay? So it says a farmer bought a tractor for 980,000. The value of the tractor depreciates annually at a rate of 9.2% per annum on the reducing balancing method. Calculate the book value of the tractor after 7 years. Okay, so they're telling us it's depreciating and it's reducing balancing method. So that is giving us a big clue of what formula we are going to use. And the formula is A is equal to P 1 minus I to the power n. Okay, because that is our depreciation reducing balancing method. What else do we get given? We get given that he bought the tractor for 980,000. So this is my P value, my initial value. I've got I, which is 9.2% per annum, which we're going to have to divide by 100. And I also have 7 years, which is my N. Okay, so let's do this question together. This is 8.1. So we said the formula for depreciation is A is equal to P 1 minus I N. Okay, we're going to substitute. We said P is 980,000. 1 minus our interest rate was 9.2, which we're going to have to divide by 100. Or you could even write this as 0.092 if you want to calculate it first and put it in. And my number of years is 7. Then you're going to put this into your calculator and you're going to get an answer. And the answer that we get is 498,685.82. Okay, let's take a look at the next question that we have. So 8.2 says how many years? So what are they wanting us to find? They're wanting us to find an n value in whatever formula we're going to be using. How many years will it take for an amount of 75,000 to occur? What does it mean? So even if you don't understand what occur means, it means to increase. So it means to increase to 116,253.50 in an account earning interest of 68% per annum compounded quarterly. So that's giving me a big clue now. We're going to use the compound formula. Okay, and we are finding n. We get given our final value, which is A. We get given P. We get given I. And we know it's being compounded quarterly. So that's giving me a big clue about n. It's 4n. Okay, so let's go and write it out. So 8.2, compound interest formula is A is equal to P 1 plus I to the power of n. My A value is 116,253.50 and my P value is 75,000. One plus, also here be careful, compounded quarterly, we know we have to divide it by 4, so it's 6.8. 6.8, so we're going to do the same thing here. 6.8 divided by 100 is 0.068. So we're going to put 0.068 over 4, and we would times our number of years by 4 as well. So because we don't know what our time is, it's 4n. Okay, let's simplify. I'm going to divide both sides by 75,000. because I want to isolate the 4n. So on this side, I'm going to get 1, comma, 5, 5, 0, 0, 4, 6, 6, 6, 7. Remember, you do not want to round off because we only round off at the end. It's going to affect your answer if you round off early. I'm going to calculate what's inside here now as well. So I get 1, comma, 0, 1, 7 to the power of 4n. Okay, now we have to use log. So what do we do is I need to log both sides. So I'm going to get log 1, comma, 5, 5, 0, 0, 4, 6, 6, 6, 7. On the other side, I'm also going to do log, so 4n log 1, comma, 0, 1, 7. Now because I want to calculate 4n, I'm going to divide both sides by log of 1.0717. So on this side it will cancel itself out, and on this side it's going to be log of 1.017. Okay, I'm going to write it out nicely. So 4n is equal to log 1.5500466667 all over log of 1.017. Okay, now you're going to get an answer. As I said before, do not round off. Okay, so 4n is equal to 25.99 dot 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 dot. Okay, divide by 4. And now you can round off because it's your final answer, and it's 6.5 years. Quite a long question. Okay, let's just reflect quickly on question 1 and question 2. So in question 1, we were calculating for using the reducing balancing method. We are just calculating the final answer. Very simple, 3-mark question. Always get a mark for using the correct formula, for substituting correctly, and your answer. Okay. 8.2 now, we were using the compound interest formula, but we were solving for n. So your first mark was for this value here, knowing that you need to divide your interest rate by 100 and divide by 4 because we're using compound interest. Substituting into the correct formula was another mark. Correct use of logs, and then your answer. So in every question, using the correct formula is very important, and substituting correctly as well is very important because it ensures that you can at least get some of the marks even if you don't get to the correct answer. Okay, let's now take a look at 8.3, which is actually quite a long question because it builds on one another. So you need to be very careful because in total it's 9 marks for this one question, which just starts off as one question. Okay, so obviously we need to be very careful with each question that we do. So it says Tabo wanted to save 450,000 as a deposit to buy a house on 30th of June 2018. He deposited a fixed amount of money at the end of every month into an account earning interest of 8.35% per annum compounded monthly. His first deposit was on 31st July 2013, and his 60th deposit was on 30th of June 2018. So that is telling me that he did 60 deposits because it was being compounded monthly. But if it was years that we were calculating from 2013 to 2014, so let's just calculate the years in case we need it for the next type of question. But they give us the compound currently for monthly. But if we were to calculate years, okay, so it says calculate the amount he deposited monthly. Okay, So now you must know what formula we are using. So if you go down to your formula sheet, okay, sorry. So we are going to be looking for the formula that he is going to use to find his monthly deposits. So we know how much he deposited. He deposited his final amount of 450,000. We want to calculate his monthly. So we're going to use this formula and we're going to calculate for x. Okay, so let's go back up. He wanted to save 450 as a deposit, so we know the final amount. We are calculating our monthly deposit. So let's write out our monthly deposit formula. So for 8.3.1, F is equal to X in brackets 1 plus I n minus 1 all over I. Okay, so the final amount, what we want the monthly deposits to accumulate to is 450,000. We are calculating for X. So, close bracket, 1 plus, what is my I value? My I value is 8.35. So remember, always we divide by 100. And that is going to give me 0.0835. So 0.0835 over 12, because it's being compounded monthly. And I said that we got it to be 4 years. Okay, so it's going to be 5 years. 5 times 12 minus 1. Let me quickly explain how we do that 12 years. So we said it's from 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 years from the first deposit that was made. Okay, don't forget that it's all over 0.0835 over 12. So now, when you have a type of question like this, do not simplify anything. Just take this entire portion and you're going to divide either side. Okay, so it's going to take it to the other side. X is now equal to 450,000. Put it straight into your calculator like this. 1 plus 0.0835 over 12 to the power of 60 minus 1 all over 0.0835 over 12. And when you put that into your calculator, you're going to get an answer which you can now round off. It is going to be 6,068.69. Okay, so the 3-mark question, as I said, always making sure that we're using the correct formula, that my I value is correct, and the answer. Okay, now I need to keep this value because we are going to make use of this later. Okay. Now let's read the next question. So in the next question now, we're building on that same question. It says Tabo now is going to buy the house, and the house costs 1.5 million. And he used his savings as the deposit. So what he just was saving for, he used that as a deposit for the house. He obtained a home loan for the balance of the purchase price at an interest of 12% per annum compounded monthly over 25 years. And he made the first monthly installment of 11,058.85 towards a loan on the 31st of July 2018. What will the balance outstanding on the loan be on the 30th of June 21 years after the loan was granted? So the loan was for 25 years, but they want to know what will be the balance 21 years after the loan was granted. So that is minus 4 years. Okay, so it's minus 4 because we're working backwards. So my n is minus 4. And we want to know the balance of the loan. So now we are going to be using the formula 8.3.2. P is equal to x 1 minus 1 plus I minus n, close bracket. So my n is 4 years. Okay, because we are working backwards from 21, it's 21 years, but we're supposed to be making it to 25. So that's why my n is minus 4. Okay, and this is all over I. So let's calculate. So my monthly installments, it told us, was 11,058.85, close bracket, 1 minus 1 plus interest rate. My interest rate was 12% per annum compounded monthly. So it's going to be 0.12. Remember, we divide by 100 first, over 12, close bracket, minus 4 times 12, close bracket, all over 0.12 over 12. Simple calculation, put it exactly as it is into your calculators, and we get an answer of 419,948.32. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've now calculated everything that we have. Let's look at the last question. Calculate the interest Thabo will have paid over the first 21 years of the loan. So we want to know how much interest he has actually paid over 21 years. So let's calculate this now. So the total he's paid. So we know his monthly installments. So his total payments is going to be his monthly, which is 11,058.85 times 21, because it's been 21 years, but for every 12 months he's been paying. So that is going to be equal to, so because it's 21 years, so this is my years and this is my months. Every month he's been paying 11,058.85 every month for 25 years. So you can't forget the months. And this is equal to 830.20. That is my total payment. Now we need to calculate how much the loan was, and then we can subtract to find how much interest. So his total payment minus the loan paid is going to give me the interest. Okay, so let's calculate now the loan. So loan paid is going to be the amount he paid for the house, which is 1 million. Where's the amount he paid for the house? 150,000 minus what we calculated just now. Okay, because that is that balance outstanding after 21 years. So minus 419,948.32. Going to put that in your calculator and get a value. We get 1080051.68. And now we're going to calculate the interest. And the interest paid is going to be my total minus my loan. So 2786830.20 minus 10,80051.68 is equal to, so we're going to put that into our calculators. And our answer for the interest is 170,6778.52. Okay, and that is the outstanding balance on interest. Okay, so I hope you understood the questions that we have covered, and I hope it is helpful. Finance is always a shorter section. It's always less than around 20 marks, and this question is actually quite a lot. It was 16, but generally sometimes it can even be 10 marks. Thank you so much for watching this video and listening.